it's expected that you get a price in the market, you will haggle, you will bargain, you will negotiate. And there's no moral right or wrong about whether you should negotiate things or not. There's just this tremendous cultural conditioning that in the UK we tend to accept prices as fixed in places like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, the market, and don't try and haggle. In fact, the average UK person tries to negotiate over three things in the typical year. They'll negotiate over buying a car. And here's how a UK bloke negotiates over buying a car. Test drive. Finish test drive. Ah, nice car, mate. Yeah, brilliant. Will you take an offer on it? And what do you think the car salesman thinks? Ka-ching! Then they negotiate over their pay rise. And here's how the average UK person negotiates, say, on their pay rise. Oh, they've had a tough year. Oh, I'm getting my 0.75% raise this year. Here's my letter. Unless you're one of the 2 or 3% of the population who actually negotiates as part of their job and has got some kind of commercial procurement, salesy type job, then you negotiated over your car, over your pay rise, and then the third thing, a house, a flat, a property. And you're up there committing hundreds of thousands of pounds of your money. And as I do say, committing hundreds of thousands of pounds of your money, don't get off with the, oh, well, I'm only putting down 20 grand, or it's a no money down deal. Rubbish. You are committing hundreds of thousands of pounds of your money that you're going to have to come up with a way of paying back whenever you negotiate a price on a property. Now, coming back to Ranjan and sport, who here plays tennis? So your name, please, in the blue shirt. Brett. Brett or Rhett? Rhett. If you played Tim Henman, who would win? Brett, let me ask you a quick question. If you played Andy Murray, who would win? Andy Murray, of course he would. What normally happens in life when the amateur comes up against the professional is the professional wins. Now, who has ever been into an estate agent's? Have you ever read those little plaques they have on their desks saying what they do? What do those job titles say? Junior negotiator, senior negotiator. They've probably been on negotiation training and tell you what the people who run estate agencies certainly believe that negotiation is their staff's core job. They believe it so much they put it on the plaques and put it on the business cards and say, what are you? You are a negotiator. Exhibit A, my lord. Exhibit B, do you ever know what the UK Trader magazine for estate agents is called? The Negotiator. Now, what this suggests to me is that actually, if you're going to get involved in buying property, particularly if you're involved in buying through estate agents, I'm going to say a few words about estate agents because I know Ranjan's going to be covering it in a lot more detail later, that you better know what you're doing because they're the professional. They are the Andy Murrays. They may not be the Andy Murray, but at least they're equivalent to the local club pros who do this 5 days a week as their job.